Hello viewers, welcome to my simple accounting channel. This is Uttam Sir. Today I have to discuss the business study. What is the topics of business study? I have to discuss today local industry, national industry and multinational industry. What is local industry? Local industry means some of the industry those who are doing business in the niche market or the local market. That is called the local industry. Now the national industry. National industry is going to produce the product in bulk or the mass production they have to do. So that production is to go to the different part of the country. So the whole country they are doing the business or they are producing the product for the whole country. That it is said as the national industries. Maybe it is the multinational industry or multinational corporation. Multinational company means some of the business they have their own factory, they have their own industry in the local country as well as they have the industry or factory the other part of the country. So that is said as the multinational companies. So first of all I have to discuss the national organization or national companies. National companies they are doing the business for own territories, own boundaries. Whole country is their target. So maybe there are the different type of business, maybe the wholesaling business, retailing business, large retailing business. What is the wholesaling business? Wholesaling business is one of the business here the businessman is buying in bulk directly from the manufacturer and selling a small quantity to the retailers. Such type of business is said the wholesaling business. Maybe the retailing business. What is retailing business? Retailing business means some of the businessmen those who are buying in a small quantity from the wholesaler and selling them to the final consumers is said the retailing business. Sometimes it is the modern trends is that large scale retailing business. What is large scale retailing business? They are doing the business in large scale. Maybe they are directly buying from the manufacturer and selling to the final consumers. Most of the developed country they have the lot of large scale retailing business, but it is the reality for the developing country. They have the small business, they have the wholesaling business. Sometimes some of the business is said exporting business, importing business. What actually that mean? Exporting business mean some businessmen those who are exporting the goods or selling the goods outside the country. That is called the exporting business. Some businessman is doing the importing business. What is importing business? Some businessman is buying from the outside the country and selling them to the local country. That is called the importing business. So maybe sometimes some of the sole tradership business, partnership business, maybe the private limited company, public limited company like this, that all are the national business. But whenever it is the multinational business, this is the very important, and today I have to discuss these things only. Multinational business means those who has the factory or production unit in the origin country, and not only origin country, they have the lot of plant or factory or office outside the country. Maybe the many countries they have their own business. So such type of business is said the multinational company. Maybe Coca-Cola, Pepsi, maybe Samsung, Toyota is one of some of the example of multinational companies. Now I have to discuss what is the benefit of multinational company, why the multinational company is created, its own point of view. I am going to discuss its own point of view. What is the own point of view? What is the multinational business and its benefit? The first benefit of multinational business. But before going to discuss that, obviously we have to discuss some of the market condition of the origin country. Maybe most of the developed country they have the multinational business. So in that developed country, their market is saturated. Saturated means what is the demand by the society already met by the suppliers of the firm which is operating in that country. So market is saturated. There is no market gap. So most of the business they are always interested to expand the business, but such opportunity never available to them because market is already saturated. In that condition, if the multinational is going to produce more product, the goods to be remain unsold. That's why they don't take this opportunity to produce the product inside the country. So they have to search other country where they can invest their money. Whatever it is, in respect of a big firm they are doing the better profit, and out of that profit, some of the profit is to be utilized for research and development, some of the profit is to be utilized for giving some of the dividends to the shareholders, some of the profit is to be transferred to the general reserve, and some of the profit is to be kept by themselves. So what the money is transferring to the general reserve and what the money is keeping by the business, retaining by the business, is some of the capital available to the business. That capital may be used for expanding the business, but due to the market saturation, they don't have the opportunity. That's why the multinational companies to go to outside the country. They have the surplus technology, they have the surplus capital, but utilization of that capital is not possible in the origin country. That's why they are going to the outside of the country, maybe developing country. In the developing country, there is a lot of opportunity, lot of market gap is over there. So utilizing that market gap, they are going over there. So what are the benefit for the multinational company going abroad? What are the benefits or the merits is coming to the multinational company itself, which is given to your screen. Make a screenshot of it. The first benefit is that close to the market. Maybe sometimes some of the restriction is over there. When the multinational company is selling the product outside the country, sometimes they are facing some of the problem. Then the trade restriction is over there. The importing country making some of the trade restriction. What trade restriction? Maybe they are tariff and non-tariff barrier, they have to be developed. That's why they are not going properly over there. So now if they are investing outside the country, so now they can go to the customer, close to the customer. That's why they can sell over there. So this is sometimes said close to customers. Second benefit is that in multinational companies, they have a lot of capital which is unused for them. Now they are getting the opportunity to opening a factory outside the country. So this is one of the benefits. Now they are getting the opportunity to utilize their capital properly. Then again, they have the surplus technology, which is useless to their own country, because if that surplus technology going to use in that country, their own country, so goods to be remain unsold. That's why they are getting the opportunity investing money to outside the country. That's why the multinational company going outside the other country. Then they have to take the benefit of the cheap materials. In the developing country, there are a lot of cheap materials available. Once they are importing from the developing country, but right now they are going over that country set of business. So they can take the advantage of the materials, cheap materials. So their average cost of production is to be declined. Again, there are a lot of the skilled and unskilled labor available in the host country or other country. So they can take the advantages of that. They can use that skilled and unskilled labor at a lower cost, lower price. That's why the production cost once again getting down. Avoid the trade restriction. Maybe the importing country is imposing some of the barrier, maybe tariff and non-tariff barriers. So now if they are going to that country, so there is no restrictions, so that barrier cannot be affected to them. So this is one of the benefit for the multinational firm. Sometimes some of the company take the advantages of FDI, foreign direct investment. So most of the developing country is waiting or getting some of the foreign direct investment. So sometimes the multinational company take that opportunity, and now they have the opportunity to make higher profit. If the multinational company can go some of the other country, and there's a lot of market gap, producing product over there that satisfying all the consumers over there. So that more profit is to be generated for them. More sales is to be done means the more profit. And finally, remitting the profit to the origin country. So part of the profit generating by the business, that profit can be transferred to the origin country or other country else. That's all the benefits from the multinational own point of view. Now some of the demerits, some of the limitation of the multinational company going abroad. What are the limitations? The first limitation, the language barrier. Whenever some of the multinational company goes other country, then some of the language problem is to be developed, because the origin country and the host country's language is the same. Sometimes some of the people is getting some of the problem. Maybe the legal barriers. Whenever the multinational company is doing business inside their own country, then the different type of rules, maybe the company law, company partnership law, whatever the law regarding doing business is the same. But whenever they are going to the outside the country, the different law they have to face. So it is one of the problem for the multinational companies. Maybe the cultural barrier. Maybe the people, those who are multinationals, so they have to go to the host country and with their family. Sometimes they are facing some of the problem. Maybe inside the country they have the one type of culture, but whenever they go outside the country, they the different culture. So sometimes the cultural shock is over there. Maybe the restriction of remitting the profit. Sometimes some host country is to impose some of the restriction for remitting the profit to the origin country. Maybe they are asked, you have to invest over here 50% of the profit, and another 50% you can take to your own country. So this is one of the problem for the multinational company. Another problem is that whenever the multinational company is coming to the host country, most of the labor is the unskilled. So they have to make the skilled people. So more money is to be invested for training to be skilled, the unskilled worker. The another problem is that. Another problem is that conflict with the host countries. What is the conflict? Maybe whenever the multinational companies come over here, some of the pollution is to be developed. So the conflict with the local government regarding the pollution. This is one of the problem for the multinational company. Another problem is the pressure from the local industry. Whenever the multinational companies to come to the host country, the local industry face tough competition. So that is why they have to protest, or they have to discuss the matters with the pressure group, so that pressure group can create pressure on them. Some of the advantages and disadvantages in point of the multinational company, which is given to your screen. Make a screenshot of it, so it will be help to you, so that you can easily understand the points. Now I have to discuss the multinational company's benefit on host country. What are the benefits normally derived by the host country, allowing the multinational company to set up own factory in the host country? What are the benefits? First benefit is that the host country get a lot of foreign reserve. Whenever the multinational companies come to the host country, then they have to carry lot of capital, lot of dollars or the pound to the host country. So host country getting some of the foreign currency. So it is they are desperately seeking the foreign currency. Whenever a developed country going to be developed, then lot of foreign currency they have to be required. So that problem can be solved, allowing the multinational company in the host country. Getting the technology. Maybe most of the host country, they don't have the technology to develop the country. So that this multinational company come to the host country and with the technology. So new technology can get by the host country. Another problem is to be solved by the multinational unemployment problem. Lot of contribution is to be done by the multinational company, so that more people getting job. Whenever multinational company set up in the host country, lot of people getting job over there. So unemployment problem of the country can be reduced. And the benefit of the multinational company in the host country, that is increase the GDP. When multinational company is set up in the host country, then lot of production they have to be done. So total value of the production is at the increase the GDP of that host country. So this is another benefit for the host country. Again, the standard of living of the host country people is to be increased. How? The people, the local people getting job over the multinational company, so their income is to increase. So by that income they can increase their quality of life. So standard of living is to be increased, no doubt. Maybe consumer choice is to be increased. Maybe whenever the multinational company is not come to the host country, what is to happen? The customer choice is limited. But when multinational companies come over here, the people, the consumers, their choices to be increased. So this is benefit of the multinational company in the host country. Then it can contribute a positive impact on the balance of payment situation. Whenever the multinational companies to come, so they have to produce the product in bulk, huge quantity. As a result, average cost of production is to be declined. Once the product is cheap enough, then this country can export these goods to other countries. So export earning is to be developed. In the same time, the balance of payment situation is to be declined, or the improve the balance of payment situation. And then proper utilization of the resources available in the host country. Maybe in the host country there are a lot of resources, maybe the fossil fuel, coal, gas, diesels or petrols, lot of resources, natural resources available in the country. So that resource can be properly utilized once the multinational companies to come to the host country. That's all the benefit for the multinational company in the host country. Some demerits is over there, but not as much as the benefit. One of the problem of the multinational company, if set up in the local industry, the local firm, local country, the local firm is to face tougher competition. Sometimes some of the small business, those who are facing tough competition with the multinational company, now they are out of the business. Their business is closed out because the multinational company is producing the quality products at a lower price. That's why the local businessman or local producer don't getting the customer compared with the multinational firms. The pollution, another problem for the host country. Whenever the multinational companies to come over there, so some pollution is to be developed. So this is the conflict. Maybe the multinational firms producing or creating pollution or environment deteriorating over the host country. Maybe the natural resources which were available in the host country, now it is to be reduced very quickly. Maybe for the next generation, fewer natural resources to be available. This is another problem for the host country. The cultural problems is also over here. The multinational firms is coming over, their families to come over, but their culture is not the similar to the local culture. So sometimes some of the cultural problem is to be developed in the host country. Maybe sometimes some of the multinational company come to the host country, exploiting them. Maybe the multinational company make some of the agreement with the local government or the host country government, which always be kept by the government due to the political reason secretly. So sometimes some multinational company is exploiting, taking the advantages of the local conditions. So it is sometimes it is said multinational company exploiting the poor countries. Another problem is that the top position of the multinational company is always holding by the foreign nationals. Most of the top position holding by the foreign national. But the same quality, same of the experience and the knowledge available to the local people, local citizens, but they are not getting the opportunity to hold the top position. This is another problem for the multinational company established in the host country. The another problem is remitting the whole profit to the origin country or other countries. So this is naturally be done by the multinational firms. Whatever the profit they are earning, they are sending that profit to the host origin country or other country else. But they are not investing the money in the host country. So this is one of the problem. All the profit is transferring to the origin country. But if they can invest in the host country, more job opportunities to be created or GDPs to be increased, but they are not doing that. So they are not philanthropists, they are not the patriot of the world. So that's why obviously this is one of the problem. The local industry, those who are making the profit, that profit can be reinvested into their own business, but the multinational company normally not doing that. So these are the limitations of the multinational company on the host country. So dear viewers, I think this video may be suitable for the A-level students, BBA and MBA students as well. So there is some of the printed materials is given over there. You have to make a screenshot and repeatedly watch this video, then you can get a clear idea about this multinational company, its benefit, one point of view, and the host country's point of view. So dear viewers, that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and if you feel this is useful video, then obviously make a like and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching and have a nice time. Goodbye.